So I'm gonna give a little rundown today on my costume for Ivar. Maybe my goatee's kind of acting funky today. But anyway, I'm gonna try to do this, so you might see it here on Instagram. You also might see it on YouTube. But we're gonna go through piece by piece of the armor of Ivar. The base part of the clothing that he wears is a black shirt, black tunic. This one I have from my previous job. It's like a mesh, and it really sticks to my clothing, my skin, sorry, and it kind of like tightens up everything, which I appreciate. And then he wears harem. I believe these are called harem pants. They're very loose fitting, enough space of movement for kicks and stuff like that. And then also he has a pair of boots that he wears. So this would be like the base clothing that he'd wear. Then the next layer would be the armor that he'd be wearing. Move out of the way real quick. So this is just a coat that I have purchased off of eBay, or not eBay, but Amazon, and I modified it to the way he'd be wearing it. So I went through and I put some scales on, and I put rivets through it, hold it in place to hide the bad looking seams. This side didn't have scales, so I just kind of copied the look from the leather. So it'd be that. Then this are the pauldrons that will go on the shoulders. They're called pauldrons. Those will go on top of the shoulders. Then I have bracers that go on the right and left hand. Leather. And then for the boots, I have gaiters that go on the boots. I tried to keep to the antique vintage look buckles. They just didn't have it for that style, so that's going to be one inconsistency that I'll have. But I tried to keep to the and then I have some gloves. I need to get some all black gloves, but when I actually am dressed up, this is somewhat hidden, so you don't see the yellow. But that's that layer. Then across the midsection where the belt is, I first will have a sash that goes across the section, midsection there, and then I'll have one belt to hold it in place, and then another belt to hold my sword on my hip, and some accessories. So here's one of the accessories that I'll be having. It goes on one side. I am debating whether to fill this up with water or actually put colored resin in it as a potion. So that's a debate I'm thinking about. So next, what I have on will be the pouch will be on one side of my body, opposite side of the sword. So it's to mimic what I talk about in my book, the pouch that he always reaches into. And then I'll have a cheesecloth that's wrapped around my head to hide my skin and my face. So that goes on my head, followed by his mask. Then once all that is put together, I have his cloak that he wears. Goes on top. So all of that put together makes up the armor, the dress, the cosplay of Ivar. Okay, so the last bit that goes with this costume are the two weapons that he carries. Well, he doesn't carry both, he just carries one or the other. But I first started off with this sword, which is actually a real metal sword. And with the expansion of security and all that stuff, I made a personal decision not to take this sword anymore. Because I was limited in what I could do with it. They wouldn't let me take it out of the sheath and all that stuff. So then I decided to make my own foam sword. That's real leather on the handle there. Has a golf club center, so it keeps it straight. And it's kind of made it very crudely. Did that on purpose. So, and the sheath that it's in, I made it from the leather that I have laying around the house with rivets. So that goes with that. Eventually, I would like to redo the sword, make a better one. You live and learn. So once you make it, look at your mistakes and then make it again. So I imagine I can make a better one sometime in the future. But yeah, this is what he wears. Thank you for watching, guys. And as always, stay being creative.